The all-new Cougar 26LBW is a hot take on a rear bath. They've taken a rear bath floor plan and they've elevated it by adding in washer-dryer prep, huge countertop space, and you have all the amenities that you have come to know and love about Cougar. And with that, you're talking, the composite walls. You're looking at 4-season capability. And now with the new Hero Edition, you can even get full-body exterior paint. But let's head on in. I will show you the floor plan. As I mentioned, I really like what they have done here. As I mentioned, this is the 26LBW. So as we step in, you can see that this one has theater seating. As you would expect, that is directly across from a TV. I can show you that in a minute. We also have the dinette right there, kind of going along the back, rear bath, and look at all that wonderful kitchen counter space. You can also see over here, you have the TV and entertainment center with a fireplace. The bedroom up front is going to have a king bed, and over to this side is washer dryer prep. So let's kind of start off. We'll start right at the entryway. As soon as you step in, you will see that you have some storage. We open that up, and there's going to be some hooks right here. So yes, you can absolutely use that for coats, jackets, whatever else you need to hang up. It's exactly what I'd use it for. Then if you want, you could use this for shoes, even if you wanted to. Again, if it's just for like entryway, or you could use it for food, right? Like the proximity to the kitchen. We can see here, like it is close enough to the kitchen that you could absolutely do that if you wanted. Now, right kind of underneath me here, as we take a look at the countertop, you get this countertop extension. So that way you kind of get, just a little more prep space over here to the side. I don't know how much I would use this. I'm not sure that it's completely necessary. Kind of cool that it's there and it's an option. But I don't know, maybe, right? Maybe, I guess, I don't know. I guess it is kind of nice. Because I guess the majority of your prep space is right here. So yeah, you know what? I take that back. I was going to initially say, I don't think it's necessary and I don't know that I would use it. But you know what? After kind of feeling the space a little bit more, actually, I take back my statement. I think I would use that quite a bit. And I think it was actually a good choice. You'll see right here the two-tone high-rise faucet. That's a pull-out. You have the gunmetal stainless steel sink undermount there. Let me know your thoughts on that, folks. Is that something you think you would use? Again, after being here, I think I would, but I want to know your thoughts on it. Let me know. Underneath, you have plenty of space for a trash can right there. That's always a big one. That's something I always look for in floor plans. Also, I just want to show you in that little extension, there is storage there. And of course, we have a bank of 3 drawers, as well as nice big storage underneath the 3-burner cooktop and oven. Going up top, we have lighter uppers, right? We have two-toned. You have the dark lowers, light uppers. You can see some additional storage there, as well as the microwave. More storage here. This is, of course, probably going to be your primary pantry. So again, as I mentioned, out by that doorway, if you want to use that for shoes, you certainly can, because you get all of this pantry space here. So 10.6 cubic foot fridge freezer here right behind me. And then we get into the slide out, right? I do like the slide out. It really helps open up this main living space, as you'd expect. Just look how open this floor plan is. Like, you have so much space here. And we have the dinette right over to the side. This, of course, drops down and forms into a bed. You just take these back cushions, throw it right on top. You also have some storage underneath the dinette. We can see that, nice and easy to access. Always appreciated drawer. I like the accent lighting on the dinette, as well as on the theater seating. I like that it's just white. It's clean. It's not, the blue light. I know some people love them a blue light. I am not a huge fan personally. Yeah, speaking of blue lights, there we go. You do have some in the cup holders. Excuse me. You can see that this has a few different options. You have massage and heat. The light, of course, for the cup holder, as well as the accent lighting underneath. USB ports there, some additional pop-up, and then you have the 110 there as well. Of course, these both do recline, as one would expect. And again, that is going to be directly across from the TV and fireplace. So, as I mentioned, the TV is a little bit different, right? It's squared off a little bit, kind of this placement of where they have it. But I'll show you when we go in the bedroom as to why that is. And again, underneath, that is the fireplace. So let's actually do the bedroom, and then we'll make our way to the bathroom in a bit. King size bed in here. I know that's going to be a big one when we talk about couples coaches. That way you have enough space. You're not elbowing each other in the middle of the night. You have drawers underneath, good storage space there. wardrobe space on the sides, additional storage up top. You have the front windshield, looks gorgeous, lets in more natural light, as well as the windows on both sides here. You also have nightstands with drawers, everything you would want right up top. You have your TV hookup. You can see those, the backer in the wall. It's also prepped for a second AC if you want one. Again, like I said, another window over here. And then you have the wardrobe right there with all of your drawer space. But as mentioned, this one right here is actually prepped for washer and dryer. Yes, that's something, again, it's pretty rare to find in a travel trailer. I always enjoy when I do. So that's that. I think is probably the one of the bigger selling points of this coach. It's open, you have huge countertop space, and you're getting washer and dryer prep. And this bathroom is no joke either, right? Like, you get good countertop space there. You have plenty of storage. I like what they did. This is like very motorhome-esque, actually. Like, that reminds me of a rear bath in a motorhome. Like, I like it. So we have that right over to the side. And then we can see the large shower right here. I will actually sit down on the potty just to give you an idea of size. So as far as legs, I mean, shoot, I have space for days, right? That's not an issue there. As far as shoulders, even if I put my arm down, I'm still good. Just to give you a point of reference, I'm about 6 foot, about 215 pounds. And honestly, as weird as it is, this is probably what I'm doing. I'm probably throwing my arm right here and just kind of hanging out. But yeah, there's plenty of room around the toilet. A porcelain bowl, as you would expect. You also see right over here, you have your outlet, some switches, and then the tankless water heaters that we have on-demand hot water, which works really well. You know, I've done some testing myself, and I really, really enjoy the on-demand heaters. Right here, love this mirror. This is super cool. It has the light in it as well, so if you need to do makeup, you can actually see yourself in some decent lighting. I know that's a huge issue with RVs, and this mirror right there helps solve it. Now, as far as the shower, a little bit different shower here. You can see the Oxygenics shower head. But as far as space, I mean, look at all that room. I could be 6'5", probably, still standing here thanks to that skylight. Even without it, it's 6 foot tall. I could probably still have another inch or two, right? You'd probably be 6'2" and still stand here. But realistically, it's a nice big skylight. Takes up almost the whole shower, so you'll probably be under it the majority of the time. What I really do like is the fact they put a light here. That's huge. Folks, you'd be shocked at how many manufacturers don't put lights in the shower. Like, I don't know. Do you guys all shower during the day? Let me know. You know, I mean, I do a little bit of both, right? And sometimes you're showering at night. Man, I just don't like it when it's super dark. And I'm sure a lot of you watching have had that experience. Let's take a step outside here. Coming down the stairs. I do just want to talk a little bit about these steps, actually, because, man, so many manufacturers are going to these steps. You know, for me, there's some pluses and minuses. It is a composite step. That way it won't rust, which is really nice. I would like to see how these hold up over time. I'm not completely sold. You know, I haven't seen like what they do for like UV testing or anything like that, but that I would like to see. The nice thing about it is they're not slick. Like, they do have really good grip. So even if it rains, the chance of slipping is definitely reduced. But my favorite part of the Suburban solid steps is going to be the setup. The reason why is it uses this little lever right here, and it's essentially a ratchet. And so you have so many different positions in which you can set the legs, and it really makes setting them up not only, excuse me, faster, but much, much easier. So I am a big fan of that as far as the steps go. Let's kind of walk up front here, and then we'll make our way back. Starting off, you can see here, this one, of course, has a power tongue jack, as one would expect. You have your two 20-pound propane tanks, 12-volt distribution box with a battery disconnect there. And yes, you definitely have enough space for 2 batteries. You'll also see a little tie down in case you have a 4-legged friend that is camping with you. You have the rock guard right down here. And something I really like that Cougar did for 2026 is they color matched all of the trim, right? I mean, pretty much every other manufacturer, this is black, right? This is black. They color matched everything, and it just makes it look so much cleaner. So I really appreciate what they did for 2026. That gorgeous front windshield. Cougar definitely does an excellent job there. They knocked it out of the park. Now, if you don't want the graphics, or maybe just don't love the colors, again, you can get full body paint on this one. That's something else that's new for 2026 is they have offered up the Hero Edition full body paint option on travel trailers. And that is that beautiful matte green. And the cool thing about that is they have partnered with the Wounded Warrior Project. So if you do get the Hero Edition, they will donate $500 essentially on your behalf to the Wounded Warrior Project, which is pretty great. As far as storage, it does use the key-alike system, which means one key basically unlocks everything on the coach. The nice thing about that is it's only your key, meaning someone with a 751 key can't get into your storage compartments. For the record, a 751 is what most manufacturers use for keys. It is a slam latch door, as you'd expect, and also has a magnetic catch. I'll quickly talk about this. I'm in a show setting, in case you weren't able to tell. There's, RVs for days. But this essentially is a piece of their wall. So it uses a composite wall, right? And you can see it kind of color matches there. So here it is from like a cutaway view. So you can see the fiberglass on the outside. This next layer right here is the composite. Normally, in most coaches, this would be a Luan, a wood substrate. The problem with that is if it gets any moisture in between these layers, it causes what's called delamination, which is where this starts to bubble and sag and look terrible. But because it is composite, the composite will not absorb moisture, so it pretty much completely eliminates the chance of delamination. Plus, it's lighter weight, and it doesn't have any formaldehyde or any other gases you have to worry about like Luan does. So definitely a superior construction. You'll also see the power awning on here. It's a big power awning. Makes for a great camp space. You have a couple outside speakers. Nothing too wild there. Grab handle as one would expect. The nice thing about Cougars, they do have the Climate Guard protection, which is a 4-season capability. So if you want a coach that you are able to be out in the cold with, this one right here is a good choice. I want to drop down. I want to talk about a few different things, starting with the tires themselves. So if we take a look at these tires, we can see that these are 225/75, and these are 15-inch tires. We have load range, but they are Goodyear endurance. So you do have good American-made tires on here. You'll also see the red in there. That is because this has the ABS brake system. That's something a lot of us take for granted on our vehicles that most RVs don't have, but Cougar does. And then right in there, you can see the Road Armor suspension system to help give this a much smoother ride. Another big thing this one has that's optional is that right there. This has the ground control auto level. That's something else that not many travel trailers have, and it's not standard. It is an option, but man, is it a great option. Touch of a button, and the coach levels itself out. Really makes parking in the campsite a breeze. You'll also see, as I mentioned earlier, the tankless water heater located right there. And as we swing around to the back, we just have a few more things I want to hit on. You can see the rear ladder. You have the backup camera prep there. You also have a spare tire right here with the cover. And if we drop down, you can see that you have an accessory hitch here as well, so that if you want to, have like a bike rack or something like that you want to slide in there, you can certainly do that. Also, you have a fully enclosed, insulated, and heated underbelly, as you would probably expect with a 4-season coach. If you are interested in this one, the 26LBW, and you're like, Ian, how much is it? Where can I find it? Well, no problem. There will actually be a link in the description of this video. Simply click on that. Until next time, folks, let me know what you think. I think this is a really good floor plan. I think they did great. I want to know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and we'll see you.